In the sweltering heat of Pune's narrow lanes, where the air hung heavy with the scent of street-side chai and exhaust fumes, Rohit Arya first dreamed of change. It was 2013, and at 28, he was a banker trapped in a cubicle hell, crunching numbers for loans that funded the indifferent elite, his own ambitions buried under spreadsheets and fluorescent lights. Rohit had grown up in a modest chawl, the son of a retired peon and a seamstress who mended uniforms for the neighborhood school. Education had been his escape, a government scholarship that carried him through a commerce degree, but it left scars. He remembered the overcrowded classrooms, the teachers who doled out rote lessons like stale roti, and the playgrounds littered with plastic wrappers that no one bothered to sweep. One monsoon evening, as rain hammered the tin roof of his family's one-room home, Rohit watched a news report on the Nirbhaya protests. The fury of those voices, demanding not just justice but a rewrite of society's script, ignited something in him. "Why fix the symptoms when we can cure the disease?" he muttered to his mother, who nodded wearily, her fingers still threading a needle. He quit banking the next week, trading his tie for a camera and a vision. Project Let's Change was born in a dingy garage funded by his savings and a second-hand DSLR. The film, a 20-minute indie flick titled Let's Change, was his manifesto. School kids transformed into agents of transformation, starting with something simple: cleanliness. Rohit screened it in 50 schools across Pune and Mumbai, charming principals with his earnest smile and a demo reel of kids picking up trash like superheroes. The response was electric. Children, wide-eyed and forgotten in the grind of exams, latched onto his Swachhata Monitors, badges pinned to their uniforms, granting them the power to call out litterbugs. Videos flooded social media. A 10-year-old girl confronting a chaiwala mid-spit, her tiny voice amplified by Rohit's editing magic. Rohit wasn't just a teacher anymore. He was a disruptor, a man who believed kids could rewrite the rules if adults just listened. But dreams in India have a way of curdling. Rohit married Priya that year, a quiet librarian from Nashik, with eyes like monsoon clouds and a laugh that cut through his cynicism. They settled in a 2-room flat in Andheri, Mumbai, where the hum of the local train became their lullaby. Priya saw the fire in him, tempered it with practicality. "Change the world, Rohit, but don't burn yourself out," she'd say, packing his tiffin with aloo parathas before his dawn workshops. Their daughter, Ananya, arrived in 2017, a chubby-cheeked bundle who cooed at Rohit's stories of garbage warriors. Life was a fragile equilibrium, successes in the mornings, bills stacking like unpaid IOUs in the evenings. Chapter 1. The Government's Embrace and Betrayal. By 2022, Let's Change was a phenomenon. Rohit had scaled it to 10,000 schools, his company, Apsara Media Entertainment Network, hiring a skeleton crew of idealistic grads. The Maharashtra School Education Department, under pressure from Swachh Bharat Abhiyan mandates, greenlit Phase 1. A government resolution in September poured Rs 9.9 lakh into Apsara's coffers. Rohit wept that night, Priya holding him as Ananya slept nearby. "This is it," he whispered. "We're official." Phase 1 exploded. 64,000 schools, 5.9 million students. Rohit crisscrossed the state in a battered Innova, screening films in auditoriums that smelled of chalk dust and sweat. Workshops turned shy boys into orators, girls into leaders. Swachhata Monitors dotted neighborhoods like stars, kids with clipboards, filming infractions on cheap phones. Uploading to a central app, Rohit coded himself. The department hailed him as a hero. Minister Deepak Kesarkar shook his hand at a Mumbai gala, cameras flashing. "Rohit Bhai, you're the future," Kesarkar boomed, clapping his back. Phase 2 was the crown jewel. Approved in January 2024, it allocated Rs 2 crore specifically for expansion. More films, deeper community ties, Ananya's age group as the new vanguard. Rohit was named project director, his name etched in the GR like a promise. He hired more staff, young filmmakers like Vikram, a lanky tech whiz from IIT Bombay who idolized Rohit's grit, and social workers like Meera, a former nun whose faith in redemption mirrored Priya's quiet strength. But the funds never came. Inquiries trickled in, whispers of irregularities. Rohit had bootstrapped early phases by collecting Rs 500 per school as registration fees, a desperate bridge until government money flowed. It's transparent, he argued in emails to bureaucrats attaching ledgers. Refundable once the GR kicks in. The replies were curt. Deposit the fees, submit undertakings, provide invoices for workshops that hadn't happened yet because the money was frozen. The betrayal deepened. Rohit's concept morphed into Mazi Shala Sundar Shala, my school, beautiful school, a state initiative that swallowed his baby whole. Awards went to connected schools, favoritism reeking like Mumbai's monsoon sewers. Rohit objected in memos, citing discrepancies. Schools with no monitors winning prizes, his data ignored. They're robbing my soul, he told Vikram over late-night filter coffee in a Dadar cafe, the steam curling like accusations. Vikram nodded, but his eyes darted, resumes circulating, whispers of jumping ship. Priya watched the unraveling. Rohit's hair grayed at the temples. Sleep evaded him, replaced by pacing the balcony, staring at the twinkling towers of Bandra that mocked his stasis. Ananya, now 7, asked why Papa's story stopped. The big people forgot, he'd say, forcing a smile, but his voice cracked. Bills mounted. Apsara's rent, salaries for Vikram and Meera, Priya's medical tests for a nagging cough that doctors dismissed as stress. In February 2024, Kesarkar met him privately, handing over a personal check for Rs 5 lakh. Out of compassion, Rohit, hold on. It bought time, but not trust. By August, desperation clawed. Rohit staged his first protest, a hunger strike outside the School Education Commissionerate in Pune. Banners fluttered, "Release the Rs 2 crore for the children." Media nibbled. A local Marathi paper ran a sympathetic op-ed. But the department stonewalled, launching a probe into his fee collections. "You're holding the kids hostage to your ego," a junior officer sneered during a hearing. Rohit slammed the table. "No, you are. Those monitors are fading without funds. Dreams don't pay rent." Protests escalated. Sit-ins at Kesarkar's residence. Viral videos of Rohit in the rain, megaphone in hand. "This isn't about me. It's about a generation taught to litter their futures." Priya begged him to stop. "Ananya needs her father, not a martyr." But the fire that birthed Let's Change now consumed him. Vikram quit in September, citing family pressures. Meera stayed, her rosary beads clicking like a metronome of doubt. Rohit ran Phase 2 privately in October, collecting fees again, Rs 50 lakh in a month, but it was blood money, tainted by isolation. Chapter 2. The Breaking Point. November 2025 dawned gray, Mumbai's skies weeping as if in prelude. Rohit's flat reeked of instant noodles and unwashed hope. Priya's cough worsened. Tuberculosis, the doctor confirmed, treatable but costly. Ananya's school fees loomed, her innocent drawings of Papa the hero taped to the fridge like indictments. Kesarkar's assurances evaporated. The probe dragged, funds locked in bureaucratic limbo. Rohit turned to old contacts. A former student, now a Powai studio owner named Rajesh, offered space for a special screening. "Bring the kids, Rohit, sir, make it count." It was meant to be a rally in disguise. 17 children from Andheri schools, hand-picked monitors aged 8-12, lured with promises of a film adventure about their exploits. Rohit scripted it meticulously. Dialogue on corruption, props of fake checks stamped, "Return to sender." Vikram, despite his exit, smuggled in a hidden camera. "For the expose, boss. One last shot." On the morning of October 30th, Rohit kissed Ananya goodbye, her pigtails tickling his chin. "Be good, Beta. Papa's fighting for your world." Priya's eyes, red-rimmed, pleaded silently as he left. The Innova ferried the children to Arya Studio in Powai, a nondescript warehouse amid high-rises, its walls echoing with forgotten auditions. Rajesh greeted them with juice boxes and smiles. Ready to be stars? Inside, the air was thick with stage dust and anticipation. The kids, names like Little Fireworks, Arav, the aspiring cricketer, Little Sana, who once filmed her uncle's pond spit, twins Ria and Rohan, giggling over props, settled on folding chairs. Rohit dimmed the lights, projector humming to life. The film rolled, clips of their victories, intercut with his manifesto. "You are the change," he narrated, voice steady. "But giants stand in your way." As applause faded, he locked the door. The click echoed like a verdict. "This isn't a game anymore," Rohit said, phone in hand, live streaming to a makeshift channel. "Department, release the funds, or these voices, the future, stay silent." Panic rippled. Arav whimpered. Sana clutched her badge. Outside, Rajesh pounded futilely. He'd been duped, thinking it a peaceful demo. The call went viral. News trucks swarmed Powai's gates. Social media erupted. "Release Rohit" echoed from alumni networks. Inside, time stretched. Rohit paced, rationing water, telling stories to calm the children, tales of Gandhi's Salt March, twisted to fit his war. "They'll listen now," he assured Sana, braiding her hair with trembling fingers. But doubt gnawed. Priya's texts. "Come home. Ananya's asking." Mira's voicemail. "Rohit, this isn't you. End it." Police cordoned the block by noon. Negotiator Inspector Leela Nair, a no-nonsense veteran with scars from the 2611 sieges, took the lead. "Rohit ji, talk to me," she urged via speaker. "The kids don't deserve this." He countered with demands. Ours too, crore wired immediately, Kasarkar on video admitting the merger's theft, a public apology. "Or we sit till dawn." Hours bled. Children drew on the floor, stick figure protests. Arav confessed his fear of the dark. Rohit held his hand, whispering equations from banking days. "Balance the ledger, son. Injustice accrues interest." Outside, Priya arrived, flanked by Mira, her face a mask of grief. "He was broken," she told reporters, voice fracturing. "The system chews dreamers." Chapter 3. The Siege and the Storm. Dusk painted Powai in bruised purples. The studio's AC wheezed, a counterpoint to sobs. Rohit monitored feeds on his laptop. Dhruv Rathi's channel dissecting his descent into criminality, trolls branding him a terrorist, supporters hailing a desperate prophet. A bottle rocket of a plan fizzled. Rajesh, guilt-ridden, slipped sandwiches through a vent, whispering, "Hang on, sir." Leela's team mapped the layout. Single entry, no windows, Rohit's phone as the only line. Sharpshooters perched on adjacent roofs, Mumbai's elite force itching for action. Kasarkar issued a statement. Unacceptable. Children's safety first. But whispers circulated. Rohit's inquiries had irked higher-ups. The probe was personal now. Midnight neared. Fatigue clawed at Rohit. Hallucinations danced. Priya's cough as thunder, Ananya's laughter as indictment. A child, little Rohan, spiked a fever. Rohit dosed him with smuggled paracetamol, guilt like acid. "I'm sorry," he murmured to the group, huddled in a circle. "This fire, it was meant to light paths, not trap you." Sana forgave first. "You're our monitor, Uncle Rohit. We fight litter and lies." The breach came at 2:17 a.m. Leela's final plea. "Surrender, Rohit. We'll talk funds tomorrow." He hesitated, finger hovering over the unlock code. Then a crash, breach charge splintering the door. Smoke grenades bloomed, choking the air. Children screamed. Rohit shielded Riya, gun drawn, a relic from a forgotten self-defense course, loaded with blanks for the film. Chaos erupted. Commandos in black surged, batons swinging. "Down, police!" Leela's voice cut through. Rohit fired wildly, blanks popping like firecrackers, backing toward the projector, its beam flickering his manifesto. A bullet, real from a commando's Glock, grazed his shoulder, hot bloom of pain. Rohit crumpled, eyes on the children's faces, fear, but flickers of the fire he'd kindled. Arav wailed, Sana froze, medics swarmed, whisking the hostages out into flashing lights. Priya rushed forward, collapsing beside his body, Mira's arms her anchor. "Why?" she sobbed, as sheets draped the man who'd once danced with Ananya in the rain. Epilogue. Echoes in the aftermath. Dawn broke over Mumbai, the city stirring indifferently. The children, traumatized but unbroken, reunited with families in hospital lounges smelling of antiseptic and relief. Arav clutched his badge, Sana vowed to monitor the news. Controversy ignited. A lawyer, Advocate Sanjay Patel, Rohit's old classmate, filed in Bombay High Court. Fake encounter. He was unarmed in intent. Ballistics disputed. Blanks versus live rounds. The magisterial probe dragged, mirroring the fun's delay. Kesarkar defended. Tragic but necessary. Priya, hollow-eyed, spoke at a memorial. He wasn't a criminal. He was a father who believed in fairy tales for all of us. Let's Change flickered on. Meera revived at grassroots, Vikram coding a free app from his new job. Ananya, schooled in her father's stories, pinned a monitor badge to her backpack. The Rs2 crore allocated to Mazi Shala, sans Rohit's name. But in Pune's lanes, Powai's studios, Andheri's flats, whispers persisted. A teacher turned criminal not by malice, but by a system that starves its saviors. Rohit Arya's fire didn't die. It smoldered, waiting for the next monsoon to rage.